Hello again. I'm back again with another one. And for those of you who are coming back, thank you for joining me again. And if you are here for the first time, welcome and nice to see you, nice to hear you, nice to meet you, all that stuff. I am Danielle. I am a creative marketing consultant with DreamWork Creatives, and I am also co-author of the Mompreneur Manual. But today I'm doing an episode again, especially for the moms out here, the mompreneurs, the moms who are wanting to become business owners. Because I know we need all the help we can get, me included. So when I get a nugget or a gem, I pass it along to you too. Okay? So today I want to talk about how to find time to work on your business as a mom. And if you've listened to a live or podcast or anything from me before, maybe even one of these previous videos back down memory lane, I talk about that you have to sometimes find these pockets of time. If you have, especially if you're working from home, if you have kids at home with you, if you're working full time and then working on your business in the evenings, all of that stuff, like, you know, you have the kids around, so you have to sometimes find those pockets of time. But what do those pockets look like? So we're going to talk about finding those pockets of time today, and I'm going to give you 10 ways to do that. And, you know, this is different for everybody because the kids are different ages, but hopefully this will start to jog your memory or, you know, stimulate some ideas based on what your unique situation looks like. So some of those pockets may be small, very, very small windows of time. Some of them may be longer than others. But let's get into it. So the first one I want to talk about, or for me, is I find a small pocket of time to work while my son is on the potty. Like, this is for probably the kind of newbie moms, or the moms with the youngins, the young kids who are potty training, or you have them on a morning routine. I have my son on a morning routine and, you know, different routines throughout the day. I know that he's going to get on the potty, and I take that time to get something done. Either it's work on my business or, you know, do my little quiet time, morning meditation time, until I hear him yelling, "Mommy, I'm finished, I'm finished." Then, you know, that time is up. So that's most of the time a little window of time. The next one was inspired from a fellow mompreneur that I'm working with, and she is able to work on her business from her phone, and most of us, certain aspects of our business, we're able to work on from our phone. So she worked on her business while she's waiting in the carpool line. I don't have that experience yet. I do know what it's like to wait in the carpool line from getting, you know, because I was that auntie before I had a child of my own. So I can imagine that will give you, you know, a little bit of room to work on something with your business, whether it's doing a quick video, a quick reel for social media, jotting down some notes, doing some planning, batching something. You can get some stuff done. Yeah. So number 3 would be during nap times. Now, this depends on the age of the child too. So let me say that. When I was a first-time parent, a new parent, I was tired. So a lot of the times when my son took a nap, I was taking a nap too. So that kind of worked for me sometimes with working during nap times, but not as I imagined, because I was on that sleep when he sleep schedule. And then a lot of people was giving that advice. You know, everybody had their advice. And they were like, well, you sleep when the child sleeps. I'm like, well, I have a business, so when am I going to work? If I'm sleeping when the child's sleeping. I had a child that wanted a lot of attention. He wanted to be held all the time. And so I kind of alternated naps instead of working during nap time all the time. So one nap I would sleep, the next nap I would work, you know, when the child was frequently sleeping earlier. But as they go on, we all know, or you will get to know, that the older they get, the less frequent they take those naps. And so we're down to either one or no naps. But there are times where I say, okay, you need to take a nap. If I know that he's getting all wacky and sleepy, then I see that as an opportunity. Okay, you take a nap, you rest, you recharge and get back to yourself again, and I'm gonna get some work done. So during nap times, to shorten that all up. Number 4 is while they're doing schoolwork. My son is still at home. He hasn't been to school yet. He'll be going to mom's day out soon. But some of you, I know during this time, like it's virtual school for a lot of people, and it depends on the age of the child, like I said, whether this works for you or not. But I'm able a little bit, like even with my son doing the activities that he's doing, some of them are hands-on and some of them I'm able to let him have his device, his tablet or his mobile device, and just kind of listen in a little bit while I'm working on what I need to work on. And if I need to step in and help out, then I can. Some people have to be completely hands-on during that time, and some people you can just kind of let them do what they need to do. So this, look at that. This may be an opportunity to work while they work, like the whole family just get their work on. So look at that, as an option for you. Number 5 is during free time. So during free time, where they have free time to play with toys or watch TV or whatever that free time looks like for you. It could be like a snack time or something like that. Something where you always have to still keep your eyes and ears open and monitoring them and, in the same room, depending on the age of the child, but that is an opportunity to where they have their focus on something else that they enjoy or that they want to do, and that may give you some time to slightly zone in on your work. You'll probably still be, wondering what is going on and, telling them to quiet down, all those stuff that moms have to do, but it'll be some time. It'll be a pocket where they are possibly not focused on you. So you can focus on work, on business. Number 6 is while they are hanging out with your spouse, your partner, or your co-parent. So if you have a co-parent that they spend time with, a lot of times we're trying to use that as our hangout time, as our rest time, as our self-care time, and that's okay. Like the same way that I said with the naps, you may have to alternate that. You may have to sacrifice some of that time to devote to your business if that's the only time that you have. So while they're away, while you have that quiet time to concentrate, plan it out. Plan out, okay, I'm going to devote this amount of this time to resting or to self-care, to having a nice, quiet, child-free outing. And then the rest of this time I'm going to devote to working on this part of my business or working on this task, and I estimate it's going to take this amount of time. If you have a spouse or a partner that are in their lives like that and you're comfortable with, same thing. If they, hang out with them, they enjoy hanging out with them, even if it's just within the home while you're working on your business, that's still time that you can carve out and devote the same way. Just communicate that with them if they're still in the home, to let them know, hey, this is my plan, this is what I need, I appreciate you helping out, I need this amount of interrupted time. Number 7 is while hanging out with cousins or friends. If they're at your house, still monitoring them, still keeping a close eye and ear on them, but if they're around, then you can take that as an opportunity that you didn't have to get some things done, because I know, especially with an only child, they're going to want you to play with them. They're going to want your attention when they don't have friends or cousins around. So when they have somebody their age or just younger to play with, then they're going to choose that option. So that gives you a little breather. That gives you some time to go into mompreneur mode and to mark some things off of your schedule, off of your list, off of your blocks. Number 8 is, I would say, to prioritize your tasks. Now this one is not just a traditional pocket that I'm talking about, but this one is like when the children are around, prioritize those tasks based on the ones that you may be able to get done quickly, or you may be able to get done with them around, and it's not going to be so much of a challenge or a distraction to get this done. you can prioritize your tasks based on that. And then anything that you know you need quiet, you need like undivided attention on this thing, then you can, delay that until a later time or date when you know that you're going to have that quiet time. Number 9 is involve them. Like, let them help you with your work if you're able to do that. So I've heard a lot of moms say that they just have their kids as their little assistant or have them around, or even if they're not old enough to completely understand, then they explain to them what's going on, and they know. Like, even my son at 3 years old, he knows now mommy is working, or he'll sit there and he'll ask questions about what I'm doing, and I talk to him about it, because one day he will understand and he'll appreciate that, or he'll start to develop his own interests. So that's the beginning phases of that. But if they can get involved, like some of the ideas that I gave you were child friendly, or even if it's so small as like the co-author and my friend Chastity Parrish of the Roadmap to Balance for Moms. She has merchandise on hand, and so her kids from age 10 on up, they have different tasks that they work on within her business. Whether it's just, folding everything up and keeping it neat in the spot where her merchandise goes. So, let them get involved no matter what it is. If it's handmade goods or labeling and packaging things, like anything that they can get involved with and you can do it together, that's still finding that time to work on your business as a mom. And the last one, number 10, this is inspired by Tyra Banks. I would say do the Tyra Banks method. Even with her child around, which a lot of us have them around even more now than ever. Even with her son around, she will, just have a talk with him and explain to him, mommy is working on this right now. I'm gonna take a little bit of time, or if they're old enough to understand, let them know the amount of time that I'm gonna take to work on this. She focuses and zones in on that and gets it done. And then she, in that conversation, she lets them know, when I'm done with this, then I'll be able to give you my attention, and I'll be able to help you or to play with you, or whatever it is that they're needing from you. You'll be able to give them that attention. So just focusing on one thing at a time. And sometimes it works out that way and sometimes it doesn't. But just explaining it to them and then focusing on that one thing and then coming back to give them your undivided attention, it does work out the older that they get. Because even now with my son, I'll talk to him about, mommy's working. And after a while, he may ask me, like, are you done working? Are you finished? And, I'll be able to give him an answer. And then after that, if he wants to play, if we need to go through some of his words, or if he want to watch a TV show with me, whatever it is that he wants to do, I'm able to do that with my, giving him my full attention. So those are the 10, but I would just encourage you to just do it, just get it done. I know it sounds easier said than done, but we, women out here, moms out here, we are doing it. So just get it done. Just find a way to do it, even if you have to do it with the kids around. Like, don't be afraid to record that video or create that content, take that picture, whatever it is. Don't be afraid to go live either. I've had videos with him talking in the background, or I've had videos where I've had to edit him out of the video. I've had lives where he wanted to come and say hello, and we just kind of go with the flow. I mean, it's a part of being a mom, and people understand that. This is like the most understanding time in business, in working from home, in being a mom, and being a mom entrepreneur. This is like the most understanding time. So, just dive in there, just get it done. And if you need to work with a certain type of people or have a certain type of market who understands that, because there are some people who, who haven't been through that and they don't understand, but there are people out there who do understand and who support you. So embrace the fact that you are a mom and that you are in a unique situation, and don't let that deter you from getting started and moving forward with your business. So I hope that these have inspired you to find those large and small pockets of time to work on your business as a mom. If you have any more that you want to suggest, you can put those in the comments. If you have any questions or need any additional help, post that in the comments. If you liked it, if you found it inspiring, if you found it entertaining, whatever your feedback is, even if you want to give me some constructive criticism, post that in the comments. Give me a thumbs up if you liked it, and don't forget, if you're not a regular dream catcher, you can become a dream catcher by hitting that subscribe button and ringing that bell so that you're the first to know the next time that I post a video or that I go live here. Thank you guys again for joining me, and I will talk to you, see you, hear you next time.